Bienvenido and welcome to Edmonton, Alberta and the Savo Community Sports Center for day number 5 of the 2015 FIBA America's Women's Championships. Introducing first the extended lineup for Cuba. L'introduction de l'équipe de Cuba. Numéro 4, number 4, Francie Ochoa. Numéro 5, number 5, Iris Casanova. Numéro 6, number 6, Stanislao Benino. Numéro 7, number 7, Olenisi Jones. Numéro 8, number 8, Arlenis Romero. Numéro 9, number 9, Yamara Amargo. Numéro 10, number 10, Arleti Pulea. Numéro 11, number 11, Marlene Sapida. Numéro 12, number 12, Kenya Noble. Numéro 13, number 13, Zulera Atis. Numéro 14, number 14, Gladys Oquendo. Numéro 15, number 15, Chichitel Avila. The head coach of Cuba is Alberto Zara. All right, fans, it's time. Here they are, the extended lineup for Team Canada. Introduction de l'équipe du Canada. Numéro 4, number 4, Maya Marie Langlois. Number 5, Kia Nurse. Numero 6, number 6, Shona Thorburn. Numero 7, number 7, Naomi Tucky Kunway. Numero 8, number 8, Kim Goche. Numero 9, number 9, Miranda Ayin. Numero 10, number 10, Naira Fields. Numero 11, number 11, Natalie Achonwa. Numero 12, number 12, Lizanne Murphy. Numero 3, number 13, Samara Tatum. Numero 14, number 14, Catherine Blue. Number 15, Michelle Blue. Head coach of your team, Canada, is Lisa Tomaitis. Our officiating crew for tonight's game, FIBA officials, Gina Cross from the United States. Robinson Ercina from Dominican Republic, and Humberto Munoz from Ecuador. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, ask that you please rise and remove your caps. First, for the playing of the Cuban national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing and sing loud and proud with Vince Tejasaputra as he sings our Canadian national anthem.
for thee. God keep the land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Once again, welcome into the Saville Community Sports Center on the campus of the University of Alberta in Edmonton. It is a raucous and rollicking house tonight as the home country Canada takes on Cuba in what amounts to the first place game for Group A of the 2015 FIBA Americas Women's Championships. Good evening, I'm Craig Fada alongside my partner Chantel Vallée. It's going to be a good one here tonight. Canada really has romped through the tournament so far, really unchallenged in 3 games, defeating Puerto Rico on Sunday 94-57. On Monday, defeating Chile 93-36. Then on Tuesday, walloping the Dominican Republic 111-36. They were off yesterday. Cuba, meanwhile, opened the tournament on Monday against the Dominican Republic, winning 83-44, then beating Puerto Rico 65-58, and then yesterday taking out the Dominican Republic by the score of, beg your pardon, they beat Chile 88-61. Canada has looked sharp the whole way through. Cuba has looked to have some problems at times. We'll see if they have everything figured out and can handle a Canada team that really is playing at the top of its game. Taking a look at the starting lineups for Cuba: Inés Casanova at point guard, Yamara Amargo, Ireti Pavea, Clenia Noblet, and Ladis Akendo. Casanova jet quick at the point guard. She will be a handful for the Canadians. Their point guard, Maya Marie Langlois, Kia Nurse, Kim Gaucher, Miranda Aim, and Tamara Tatum. Our officials for this game: Gina Cross, Robinson Aracena, and Humberto Munoz. Ball's in the air and we are underway. Tipped around and controlled by Langlois. Gaucher left side, now to Aim. Working along the baseline, spinning and shooting. Noblet had the rebound, and now Casanova controls. Passed ahead, but blocked by Langlois and taken by Aim. Tatum now on the right side. Feeds Aim on the run, and she lays it in for the first 2. Two 2-0 in favor of Canada. Cuba working its offense for the first time. Casanova 8 to shoot. Not a lot of movement so far. She puts up the 3. Back iron no good. A rebound to Margot. The Cubans reset. Noblet inside. Is she going to get a shot off? No. Does she get it? Well, it did get off, but the shot was no good by Okendo. Now at the other end, Nurse couldn't connect. Now Cuba having difficulty finding their way into the hole. Nurse now on the left wing. 8:25 to play. 2-0 Canada. Aim, short jumper, that's good. She's got all 4 of Canada's points so far with 8:13 to play. Cuba really has not had much of an offensive set so far. Casanova over to Amargo. She's cut off by Tatum. Now Casanova again, 5 to shoot. Pulls up over Aim. Jump shot is short. Gaucher fighting for the rebound, but controlled by Noblet. Casanova attacks and scores. She hits the floater in the lane, and it's 4-2 in favor of Canada. Canada just about turns it over. Langlois thought about the 3, got it to Aim. Reverse layup is good. And it's 6-2. Amargo on the right wing, guarded by Gaucher. Now into the corner to Casanova. Checked by Langlois. Takes the long jump shot short. Rebound, Langlois. Cross-court pass to Nurse. She drives on Oquendo. Spin move up and under. A lot of contact, no call. Nurse gets her own rebound, then loses it out of bounds. That'll be to Cuba. Now Galindo in the game for Oquendo. Jalise will replace Casanova. Casanova has her left knee taped. Have not seen her with that before. As we talked about earlier today, the winner of this tournament may just be the winner of the battle of attrition. 6 games in 8 days, a brutal stretch. The deepest, healthiest team may be the one that comes out on top, and so far that looks to be Team Canada. Now drive along the baseline. Tatum gets it to go, and she'll go to the free throw line. The foul was on Areti Povea, her first. And it's 8-2 Canada. Now Francie Ochoa on to replace Povea. Tatum with a chance to make it 9-2. There you see she's averaging 8.7 points per game. And it's 9-2 in favor of the host nation. Jalise guarded by Langlois. Now to the wing, Galindo. Back up top to Jalise, 8 to shoot. Around the screen, now she pops for a long deuce, that's good. Onesi Jalise. Langlois. Now Aim keeps it, shoots from just outside the right elbow, no. Rebound Galindo. Jalise to her left, picked up by Langlois, trying to find Noblet underneath. Now the drive by Ochoa, no good. Nurse goes to the floor, picks up the loose ball. And Gaucher from 16, swish. Kim Gaucher, her first 2 points, gives Canada an 11-4 lead. Fans starting to get into it. Packed house here. And Onesi Jalise quiets the crowd with a 3-pointer. 11-7 Canada. Nurse over to Gaucher. Back to Nurse. Tries to get around Noblet and is fouled. That is the first on Noblet. Now a fresh 5 in for Team Canada. Raincock, Akunwe, Achunwa, Thorburn, Murphy, and Fields all in. as we finally get my partner's technical difficulties straightened out.
Glad to be here and to be back. Joining you in this, wow, what a start, eh?
Yeah, it was 11-4 before Cuba hit that three-pointer. Now a foul called on Yamara Amargo. Cuba just 2 of 9 from the floor so far. 22%, Canada 5 of 9. Now a nice feed to Fields, but it was intercepted by Yamargo. Now Galindo. She gets it out to Jalise, guarded by Lisette Murphy. Canada in their road red uniforms. They are designated the visiting team in this game. Cuba in their white trimmed with blue. They are designated the home team.
That's a first foul on Nalia Chongwa. Canada likes to go to the offensive board on these shots. Look at Nally active, Lizanne active, Shauna Thorburn active. 4 Canada's play on the offensive boards, but Nalia Chongwa with a foul.
Casanova. Over to Jalise. Jalise on the drive, kicks it across to Noblette. Good move by Noblette. It wouldn't go, however. Rain Kakakunwe on the rebound. Murphy to Achunwa, back out to Thorburn. Moving toward the top of the key, now feeding Fields. 6 to shoot. Fields around Achunwa. Gets Achunwa. She had it blocked on the way up.
Beautiful defense by Ochoa, who rotated on that ball screen to take Nally slipping down the middle.
Casanova between the rings. 3:20 first quarter. Fans starting to make some noise again. Last time they did this, Cuba hit a three-pointer and quieted the crowd. Noblette misses from 16 along the baseline, and Fields running. Kicks it out to Thorburn, and they reset. 3 minutes first quarter to play. Murphy on the cut. She gets held by Casanova. Casanova had no choice there.
Yeah, she's mad at her teammates. She was stuck on the switch, and she was trailing Murphy.
Murphy the offensive rebound. And a beautiful ball fake by Thorburn, and she's hurt as she comes down.
Oh, that's not a good news for Canada. She was rehabbing an injury for almost a month.
She made a nice ball fake, went up, completed the shot, then came down. She's helped up. There's the ball fake,
yeah,
comes
ball
up.
Fake, pump.
Oh, she landed on the foot of Noblette. Her ankle rolled inward.
The wrong way, and that is exactly the injury she was nursing for the past month. They weren't sure she could play at Pan American Games. She had very little playing time, and she re-injured that same ankle.
So Cuba calls timeout following the basket. They trail 13-7. And again, we talked about earlier on today, and I mentioned it while your mic was off, about how the winner of this tournament may just be the winner of the battle of attrition. Who's the deepest and who has the fewest injuries? Now it appears that Canada has incurred its first injury as Thorburn can't put any weight on that foot. She's helped off. No doubt she will go for x-rays. Yeah, sometimes when you roll that ankle on the outside, you can walk it off, especially if your ankle's taped. It's just kind of a jolt. Then you make sure everything's okay. You walk it off, maybe a little limp. But when you roll it inward like that, that's usually bad news.
And it almost seemed that the entire ankle rolled out and the leg almost touching on the ground. It was a terrible replay to see.
Yeah, right on the foot of Noblet. Certainly nothing intentional on Noblet's part. That just happens in basketball sometimes. And Galindo hits the free throw to make it 13-8. Shona Thorburn had been having a solid tournament. 18 minutes a game off the bench, 6.3 points, 3 rebounds, and nearly 6 assists off the bench in this tournament. Langlois back in to replace Thorburn. Now Noblet from 18, that's good. And Cuba pulls to within 2. I think Canada a little shell-shocked after the injury.
Absolutely. Shona Thorburn, the oldest player of the team. She's leading the team, but Langlois, there's room for a youngster like Langlois to take over the leadership now while Thorburn is outside being looked at. And Canada, you are right, Greg, may survive because they are the most deep team in the tournament.
Now Noblet runs into Murphy. Good defense by Lisette Murphy. Now Fields takes it, runs into Noblet and scores off the glass.
Circus shot over 6'2" Noblet. The small guard from Canada at 5'6" makes the shot.
1:15 to play, first quarter. Canada back up by 6. Cuba got to within 2. Chalise working on Fields. Now Noblet trying to get past a Chunwa and does. The right hand won't go. Rebound Raincock at Kunwe. She goes coast to coast and lays it in.
What a good hesitation move. Everybody stopped playing on defense. They thought she was going to pass the ball, and she went back and charged to the basket.
She said, I'll show you. And now a foul on Raincock Akunwe as she was holding Ochoa.
Look at this. She stops right here. Oh, and then attacks again.
Well, Canada, another round of substitutions. Catherine Plouffe in. I think I saw Kia Nurse come back in. Yes, there she is. Tamara Tatum back in as well. Stolen by Nurse. She lets a kendo fly by.
Kia Nurse is impeccable on the drive. That's one of her moves. She's done this since she's about 12 years old, driving to the basket in that manner.
Put on the brakes, let Galindo go right by. And Cuba answers at the other end.
Great shot by Cuba to stay poised. They need to make sure they keep scoring, but they need to stop right here.
And Kia Nurse didn't realize the clock was winding down at the end of the quarter, and she had to put up a hurried shot. But after one, Canada leads Cuba 21-13. We're back in Edmonton in just a moment.
FIBA
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the south side, small town regular.
Tirando 25 horas.
21-13 in favor of Canada after one quarter. Cuba 5 of 20 from the field in that first quarter for 25%, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, or from the free throw line rather. Canada, meanwhile, blistering 10 of 17 from the floor, 59%. They did not attempt a three-pointer. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Rebounds 10-9 in favor of Canada. Just 1 offensive rebound for Canada, but when you're shooting 59%, you don't get a lot of opportunities for offensive rebounds. Canada led by Miranda Ayin with 6 points.
Tatum called on the early foul. Margot likes to come off that curl screen or off that screen, which she curls us. We see her coming up, bottom screen, loves to curl. A late switch from Tatum creates that foul. Speaking of rebounds, Greg, 5 offensive rebounds from Cuba. Canada has not even allowed 5 offensive rebounds against any other team in an entire game.
Well, the teams they faced have not had plenty of Noblette underneath.
Pressure half court, resulting in a foul against Cuba.
That's going to be on Yamara Amargo, her second.
See the trap here coming from a 1-2-2 half court press. The first time Cuba has shown that press. And a 2-3 zone defense right now.
Nurse to Plouffe. Long pass to Langlois into the quarter to Murphy. Long 2 won't go. Now here comes Jalise. Weaving her way up the court. Now circling back to get the offense set. To Noblette. She's trying to find Atis, but she's defended well by Tatum. Now the jumper by Okendo. And Murphy just about has it stolen away, and it goes off of Murphy. It'll be Cuba ball.
Absolutely. Good call from the referee. The crowd is booing, but I agree with that call. And Murphy had possession of the ball, so that's a full new 24 seconds for Cuba.
Okendo. Out to Noblette. She's trying to shake Langlois, kicks it out. 2 on the way. Noblette lost it out of bounds.
That was quite the quick moves from Noblette. From the spin to the other spin, attacking.
I think that's surprised Langlois. Gaucher back in. Now Plouffe out to Tatum.
Cuba back in the individual defense.
3 on the way from Tatum. Rattles off. Rebound to Kendo. Jalise on the wing. Picked up by Nurse on the switch. Back to Okendo. Now to Atis. 10 to shoot. Jalise on the move to her left. Fouled by Tatum.
2 quick fouls from Tamara Tatum within 2 minutes of the second quarter.
Margot, the quick catch and shoot. Catherine Plouffe, the rebound. Langlois to Gaucher for 3. Back iron. Cuba the rebound. Canada in a little bit of a lull right now. Canada has not scored since 26 seconds left of the first quarter, but they're going to score here as Langlois with the steal and the layup.
Cuba was out of sorts on that screen and roll, and a little bit of a misread for an easy steal for Marie Langlois.
Cuba in a little bit of a drought as well. They have not scored since the 9:50 mark of this quarter. Langlois the rebound following the missed three-pointer. Tatum on the screen by Plouffe to Gaucher. Back to Plouffe. Bounce pass inside. Nicely done. Tatum fouled. I believe that's going to be on a tease.
That passing was so fast from Canada. From the transition to the wing, back to the point, inside on Tatum that had flashed weak side and post up. We see here Tatum. Oh, the defense, the steal from Marie Langlois.
I think she should have dunked that.
She probably wanted to keep that for another game. Cuba would be well served to see the services of Casanova back in the game.
Canada back to a 10-point lead, 25-15. 7 minutes to play second quarter. Well, the drive by Romero out of bounds. I'm going to say that stays with Cuba. Tried to throw the ball back in and it doinked off the basket support. 10 to shoot now for Cuba. And Casanova still nowhere to be seen. Amargo for three. Rebound tap to Langlois. Canada with a 3-on-2. Langlois, a little up and under move, gives it to Gaucher. Short jumper in the lane. Off the glass and good.
Canada's transition offense has been outstanding in that tournament. Much better than even 3 weeks ago at the Pan American Games.
I wonder if Casanova doesn't have something wrong with that knee. She had that knee taped at the start of this game. We hadn't seen that before as Atis misses in close. You would think by now she would have been back in.
Well, she's sitting on the bench as close as possible to her coach's view.
Hook shot by Gaucher. She's got 6, and Canada leads by 14 now, 29-15. Maybe it was one of those situations where she tried it as best she could and couldn't go. We'll see. Now the steal by Aim. Langlois double dribbled. Oh, she traveled. Now Galindo comes in to replace Yamara Amargo.
Yeah, no sign of Casanova. She's still on the bench. We see how Canada likes to post up their guards. Kim Gaucher takes advantage of the post up, the same way Tatum had taken it just a play ago.
No Bled on the block. Kicks it out. 3 on the way from Okendo. Rebound Langlois. Canada running. To Nurse. 3. Rattles out. Cuba can't control the rebound. Achunwa grabs it. Aim gives it to Nurse. Back to Aim. And she's fouled. I believe Okendo is going to get the whistle. I'm going to say that's Avila. Beg your pardon. I did say it was Galindo. I saw the 1 and the 5. 5 minutes to play second quarter. Canada leading 29-15. Langlois over to Plouffe, long jumper. Galindo the rebound. Good defense by Canada. Langlois held her ground to try to stop ball, forced the pass, and tipped it out of bounds. Cuba still has possession, but they stopped the break.
Cuba's transition offense is nearly not as good without Casanova on the floor.
Now a long three ball.
Langlois is called for the foul over the back.
That's going to be 2 on the diminutive guard.
Cuba only shooting 1 for 6 at the 3, and right now they're trying to shoot themselves back in the game. 14-point difference.
1 of 6 from beyond the arc, 5 of 28 overall for 18%. I don't care who Cuba's playing, they're not going to have a lot of success doing that.
And part of it is Canada's difficult defense. They're switching on the ball screen, switching on the off screen.
Nice pass from Nurse to Achunwa. Looked like Achunwa was held, and she went up anyway with the right hand and laid it in off the glass. 16-point lead for Canada now. And Romero called for the clear out with the elbow.
That will be Cuba's second and last time out of the half. As
Alberto Zabala says, enough of this.
Yep. Well, he was wondering what's happening with Casanova.
Follow us online on Twitter and Instagram at FIBA. Also on Facebook. Online at FIBAAmericas.com. You can also interact with the coach. Chantal Vallee on Twitter at Coach Vallee. That's V-A-L-L-E-E. If you've got a question for her, maybe she can answer it.
Or a comment on the game, we might be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
With everyone watching us all across the world. Maybe you even tell us where you are watching.
Yeah, that'd be great to hear where everybody's watching from.
Coach Vallee, V-A-L-L-E-E, will certainly make an announcement and see who's watching from the furthest distance from Edmonton, Canada.
But no comments telling the play-by-play guy to shut up. Well, Casanova into the game now. Wonder what that was all about. Well, we need Ahmad Rashad again, the sideline reporter, to find out what that was all about. Now pass inside to Achunwa. She lost it and she banged her knee. She gets up gingerly.
Oh. And quickly, Lisa Tomaida sends Michelle Plouffe at the table, or Catherine rather.
Now a steal by Canada. Fields fouled. As Canada started the break, she was cut off by Casanova and fouled. Now Achunwa sits down.
And the moment she passed, stole that ball here, we'll see Achunwa putting her hands on the ball. She passes to Nira Fields right there, and she yells, "That's a foul." Look at her reaction. She's so intense. Canada would be hard-pressed to find anybody as competitive and intense as Natalie Achunwa.
And you know what? She was right. That was a foul.
Yes, for sure.
31-15 Canada, 3:25 to play. Nira Fields hits the second. Canada seems to have weathered the loss of Shona Thorburn, at least for now. It was more of an emotional shock than anything. Casanova puts it up. And Kakakunwe fouled by Francie Ochoa.
Good defense on Ochoa. What happens is that any of Canada's players will take the opportunity to bring the ball up the floor after a rebound. Some of them a little less confident ball handling than others.
Kakakunwe averaging 5 points per game in this tournament, 2 rebounds in 15 minutes of contest. Put that second free throw back up in a hurry. Now a nice drive by Jalise. She's fouled. I believe that's going to be Rain Kakakunwe, her second.
See on the drive, Akunwe is stepping sideways, not forward into the player, and this is what creates blocks.
Jalise has the free throw fall out. Second free throw good. Cuba has only scored 3 points this quarter.
The pressure maybe will change that, but almost a steal here.
Nurse the nice feed underneath to Catherine Plouffe.
Way to break the press. Almost a turnover, but Nurse was there to get the ball for a nice pass to Plouffe.
Nurse really communicating after Casanova picked up the dribble.
Well, isn't that
that's going to be three on
right
Rain
now.
Kakakunwe. Cuba has missed their last 12 field goal attempts, and Canada on a 15-1 run since the 9:50 mark of this quarter. Crowd really oohed when Nurse got up for that ball. Francie Ochoa misses the free throw. Second one rings out. Murphy into the corner to Nurse. Nurse gets it back, flips it up with the right hand and draws the foul following the nice pass by Naira Fields.
And if we get a chance to see that replay, we'll probably see the left shoulder of Kia Nurse into the body. That's what she does best. (37-16). The lead is 21. Make it 22. Biggest lead of the game for Cuba, or rather for Canada over Cuba. Casanova, a nice stop move. Shot missed, but Okendo with the rebound and the putback. She draws the foul. That is going to be on Miranda Aim, her first. Aim try to go strip the ball. Sometimes it's just better to keep your hands completely high. Aim had the size advantage.
Cuba struggling from the free throw line as well. Just 6 of 10 for 60%. Nurse on the take. She runs into a tease, has to back it out. That goes off the glass. Plouffe there. A tease the rebound. Atis couldn't score, and Murphy thought about the three. And the shot blocked by Jalise. Nurse will go to the free throw line.
Well, Canada is attacking on all cylinders, and unlike their usual personality, they haven't made a three, but they've done this. Getting to the free throw line, jump shooting, making layups. They've scored in a very different manner than they've had in the past. But that shows their versatility.
Nurse hits them both, and how good is this young lady going to be? 19 years old. The sky is the absolute limit for her. Started as a true freshman at UConn. Casanova finally hits.
A long two. Cuba is mishandling here between a press and man. Okando trying to remind the girls, her team, they're supposed to be pressing, but nothing's happening.
Nurse around the Plouffe screen. Has it stripped. Aim along the baseline. It was almost as if she turned invisible. Everybody ran away and she ran to the basket.
And highest score for Canada at the half. Miranda Aim, 8 points, 4 rebounds.
Canada leading 42-19. They outscore Cuba 21-6 in that second quarter. Just a dominant performance top to bottom by Team Canada in the first half. Cuba shooting 18% from 2-point range, 5 of 28, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc for 14%, 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Canada, meanwhile, 16 of 27 from 2-point range for 59%, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, and a sparkling 10 of 11 from the free throw line for 91%. Canada with the rebounding edge, 23-18. They only have 3 offensive rebounds, but like I said, when you're shooting 59% from the floor, offensive rebounds, not a huge concern. Canada with only 5 turnovers in the first half. Cuba with only 7. Canada, look at this advantage. Points in the paint, 30-4 in favor of Canada. 8-0 on the fast break points in favor of Canada. Bench just about even. Canada with a slight edge, 13-10. As we look at the individual scoring for Canada, Miranda Aim with 8. Gaucher and Nurse with 6 apiece. Aim and Langlois each with 4 rebounds.
Number 50, Michelle Plouffe.
For Canada, they're led by Oyanasi Jalise with 6.
We stand on God.
It's Canada with a 42-19 lead at halftime. We're back with second half action from Edmonton in a few moments.
know them. I know them. I'm just like, ah, get me. She was like, get me out of here. She wanted to get off. Like, then.
I saw the way you pulled inside. That's bad news.
Just like, and you just grin, right? Like, I know. I see you thinking. I won't tell me anything though.
halftime, a huge lead for the host nation, 42-19. Canada over Cuba, outscoring the Cubans 21-6. In that second quarter, everything going right for the Canadians with the exception of Shona Thorburn. In that first quarter, she jumped for a rebound, came down and landed on the foot of Plenia Noblette, rolled her ankle inwards. And was taken from the floor and has not been back. We assume she is done for the night and likely the tournament. But that's about the only thing that has gone wrong for Canada here tonight. On the other hand, for Cuba, not much has gone right. They're shooting 17% from the floor, 14% from three-point range. Their starting point guard, Inês Casanova, only played 8 minutes and 42 seconds of that first half. And Team Canada is rolling. Chantal Vallée, I'm going to ask you to put on your coach's hat again. And if you're at the helm of Cuba, what do you do?
Well, the first question actually I would like to ask Coach Zabala is why was Casanova on the bench for so long? And I'm glad to see her back on the floor, but she needs to help her team, find her teammates, get assists, help her team with scoring, and score some of her own. Cuba needs to put the ball in the basket now. Understand Canada is very good on defense. One of the best defense in the world, allowing the least amount of point per game in the world. But Cuba needs to find the way to find the rim.
Well, they only allowed 6 in that second quarter. We talked with Michelle Hendry from the TSN broadcast at halftime. She said the same thing. There was Casanova. Miranda Ayin picks up where she left off in the first half. She's got 10. Noblette loses it after she bumped into the defender. Ayin. Tatum. Langlois, 15 to shoot. Nurse on the right side. Tatum spins on a kendo, gets tripped, no call. Ayin can't hit from 8 feet out. And Casanova on the run. Out to Amargo. Good close by Gaucher. She blocks the shot but draws the foul.
And the crowd doesn't agree with the referee's call. We'll be lucky enough to see who was right.
Ball and hand. She got ball first, but free throw is good by Amargo. And that's only Amargo's 3rd point. Ayin bringing it up, just about loses it. Rocher to Langlois. Weaves her way in, and now Ayin off the glass.
Ayin is having a terrific game. 12 points already, above her scoring average an entire game usually.
Good defense by Nurse on Jalise, forced the miss. Nurse for 3. Bang!
Canada is just too much right now to handle for Cuba.
49-20. 7-1 run to open up this 3rd quarter. And now an offensive foul away from the ball.
Yeah, Vila is pretending nothing happened, but her and Ayin were going at it a little bit. Avila did pull the left elbow. We'll see it right here. Whoop. Noblet, sorry, yes.
Kind of lifted that elbow up into the face of Aim. Aim with a little bit of an acting job there as well.
Sometimes necessary. Noblet on the bench with 3. Nothing is going well for Cuba.
Tatum, quick step. Out to Gaucher. Langlois. Got 2 on her, and she loses it. Margot head to Casanova. Gaucher. How is there no foul there?
Oof. That's what Casanova is asking too.
Langlois at the other end buries the jumper. 31-point lead for Canada. Canada 4 of 5 from the floor this quarter. Amargo, the floater in the lane. Good shot by Amargo.
That's something else Cuba needs to do better, is finding Amargo and having her take some shot. Jalise is the best horse of her. Well, Canada is just too much.
Tatum just slices through the defense like hot butter around a knife. Lindo, the strong left hand shot off the glass.
Incredible layup, very strong, and Canada's defense is almost impeccable. You have to make tough shots like this to hope to score against Canada.
Gaucher, out of Nurse, back to Gaucher for 3. Tatum and Galindo ended up on the floor. Now Casanova. Margot around the screen from Matisse. Matisse on the feed. Tied up on the floor by Gaucher. And a jump ball called. It'll be Cuba ball. I believe they reset the shot clock to 14.
Well, that will be a brand new possession because it was Canada had possession of the ball.
They're not resetting it at all.
Sorry, Cuba had possession of the ball. So on a jump ball, if the same team remains with the possession, the clock is not resetted.
I thought if it was under 14, it went to 14.
If it's a kick ball.
Langlois. At any rate, Cuba wasn't paying attention.
Either, yeah.
Now a 3 on the way from Kloof. That's no good. Lizette Murphy, how did she come down with the rebound in there?
Outstanding rebound.
Langlois on the drive. She draws the foul. That's going to be on Anis Lady Galindo.
A good offensive rebound by Lizette Murphy. Pass to Naira Fields. And Langlois is working on top. She attacks right away the left foot of her defender. She's 3 for 3 on field goals.
Second free throw rattles out, but Kloof is there for the putback. Then Aim soars in. Langlois over to Murphy. 5 to shoot now. Fields. She pulls up. No good, but Catherine Kloof the rebound.
Wow.
And the double dribble called, and Catherine says, "You sure about that?"
And the referees are always sure.
Even if they're not, they're sure.
I've yet to meet a referee who would say, yeah, I made a mistake. I might have heard that once in my career, but usually they always have the right answer, and I mean, they should.
Timeout Cuba, their first of the second half. Follow us online, FIBAAmericas.com, on Twitter and Instagram at FIBA. We're also on Facebook. Get all the tournament highlights, recaps, pictures, schedule, results, statistics, anything you can think of. You can also interact with the lovely lady to my right, Chantel Valet, on Twitter. She's at Coach Valet, V-A-L-L-E-E. If you've got a question about the game or about the Canadian team or the tournament, maybe she'll read your tweet on the air. No nasty comments about the play-by-play guy, though. She won't read those, or maybe she will.
Well, we've had
She'll show them to me privately.
Yes, that's right. We've had a few comments, all positive, mostly from Canadians. We'd love to hear from around the world.
Yeah, how far are you watching from? Let Coach Valet know on Twitter. Pretty move there by Galindo.
Her second very good left-hand layup.
5 minutes to play in the third. 54-26. Don't forget, we've got one more game after this one. And I don't want to say that one's going to be a blood feud, but it's Argentina and Brazil. Those two nations, arch rivals in every sport. And look at that pass by Casanova.
This is why Casanova is so important for Cuba. And where was that all first and second half? Quarter, pardon me.
Michelle Plouffe loses her defender, can't get the shot to go. Tries to fight her way back up, loses the ball. To shoot, 4 minutes left in the quarter. Galindo on the drive, throws up the wild shot, hits the side of the backboard, fields the rebound. Murphy the long three, bang!
Canada absolutely merciless.
57-28. A 29-point lead. Four to shoot for Casanova. She's got to get around Plouffe. Puts up the shot, it rattles out, tracked down in the corner. Now Fields bringing it up. Canada looking to get the lead over 30. Chanwa, remember she banged her knee in the first half. And then Langlois, pushed by Okendo. That was more of Langlois losing her balance. Okendo happened to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Langlois still able to draw the foul. Look at this fast break as Casanova misses the shot. Naira Fields come back and passes on the wing. It's a catch and shoot three-point shot in transition for Lizanne Murphy. Lizanne Murphy, who was sharing with the media about her father, who was in the stands watching tonight. They didn't know if he was going to make it. He was very ill with cancer, but he is here, and she is so happy to have him watch her.
Chunwa loses it out of bounds. Lizette Murphy having her usual solid game. 4 rebounds, along with the three-pointer in just over 11 minutes. Jalise, her long jumper is no good. Nurse bumped around, managed to stay on her feet. Nurse picks up her dribble and then fouled. Oh no, she traveled.
Very pro, obviously, Canadian crowd. Every time something happened, yeah, she did travel. That was a good call from the referee. But as the crowd was booing, Nurse decided to also give the referee a look.
three-pointer from Romero. That did not look comfortable for her.
Oh, Canada is going under the ball screens, allowing Cuba to shoot because they're not shooting really well.
Nice feed underneath from Rain-Kaka-Kunwe to Achunwa. Jalise spinning on the drive. That falls in. Nice move by Oyenesi Jalise. 59-30, a minute 40 to play third quarter. Murphy on the drive, giving it up to Achunwa. She works on Noblet. That won't fall in. Rebound back tap to Naira Fields. Nurse with 6. Now Achunwa inside. That goes off of the hand of Nayo Rain-Kaka-Kunwe, and that'll be Cuba ball.
Anybody from Canada can post up, and when Rain-Kaka-Kunwe finds herself down low, she'll try to post up on those smaller guards.
Galindo, the floating left-hander, and the follow. Rebound Achunwa. Inside of a minute to play, third quarter. Canada comfortably on top. Oh, the beautiful feed inside to Rain-Kaka-Kunwe. Her shot was blocked, but fouled by Galindo.
Canada is scoring so well tonight. They've made some threes in that second half. They've fed the ball inside on guards, coming down to post up, on post players flashing in front of the defender. They've ran the fast break. They scored off steals. Really, is there a way they haven't scored yet? They've used them all.
I don't think they've kicked one in yet. Canada has doubled up Cuba 60-30. Coming up on 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Nurse now guarding Noblet on the switch. She comes over and picks up Jalise and picks up the foul.
Not to mention defensively, this is a foul, yes, but keeping Cuba to 30 points in almost three quarters is outstanding. Canada is emerging as a power nation in basketball.
Jalise to Noblet. Back out to Jalise, and they throw it away. Nurse hurries up. She goes down hard, hits her head on the floor. But she lays it in, and she's okay.
And all of three of Canada's coaches standing.
Yeah. Are they going to confer about an intentional?
They are not discussing it at all.
I think she tried to get out of the way.
Yeah, she tried to get out of the way.
Yeah, she swatted at it once and then tried to get out of the way. I don't think there was
no
anything
malicious.
unsportsmanlike about it.
Absolutely agree with you, Craig. Good call from the referees.
Nurse hits the free throw. 63-30. 3 on the clock. Now Amargo has her shot. Might have been blocked from behind. And after three quarters, Canada pummeling Cuba 63-30. We're back from Edmonton with fourth quarter action in just a moment. 63-30 in favor of Canada. Cuba shooting 22% from the floor, 11 of 50, 1 of 8 from three-point range. Canada 50% from the floor, 24 of 48. Canada 13 of 16 from the line. Cuba 7 of 12. Canada out-rebounding Cuba 38-23. Canada led in points by Miranda Aim and Kia Nurse, each with 12. Galindo and Jalise each have 8 for Cuba. Galindo, the strong move, a little too strong off the glass. Atis, the rebound. She's been quiet. Now Akendo with the nice jumper.
That's a great shot for Cuba. Driving, attacking, and drawing fouls. And some jump shots, that's how they've been successful. Not so much at the three, and almost nothing in transition against Canada.
Talk about the defense of Canada. They've given up 13, 6, and 11 points in 3 periods tonight. Nurse for a long two. That's good.
The problem for Cuba is they don't know who to stop. They don't know who to focus on. One time it's Kia Nurse, then it's Michelle Plouffe, it's Ayim, it's Langlois. They are absolutely overwhelmed by Canada's offense.
There is nobody on Canada offensively that can't score. The bigs can handle the ball. The bigs have size. They can all run.
And the problem is that about 4 or 5 years ago, Canada was not known as a nation that could score. And look at this, on back cuts as well. No communication on the screen. T's discussing with her teammate. Ochoa, they can't get the screens called properly, and Canada suddenly has emerged in the past year as a nation that can really not only defend but score on offense. They'll become the next top 4 or 5 teams in the world for sure.
Well, Canada sure has scored in this tournament. They put up 94 on Puerto Rico, 93 on Chile, 111 on the Dominican Republic. And so far tonight, 69 on Cuba.
Canada has been wanting to, as a program for the last few years, remain as good defensively as they have been known for, but they have worked on offense. They're shooting their shots, decision, even in practices. They have 2 analysts on board, full-time coaches that take care of working with the players one-on-one with their every single one of the decision. This is a program on the rise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my call. Wow, Kim Gaucher, unbelievable. And they are not even as good as they can be yet.
72-34. Casanova the follow, that falls in. Plouffe turning to face Atis. Kunwe.
Wow.
Catching the alley-oop.
Absolutely unbelievable. What else do you want from Canada?
Now, conceivably, these two teams could face each other in the final.
And if they did, I would expect a much better show from Cuba. We have received a comment from Phil in Connecticut saying, you know, I've watched Cuba play at Pan Am's and they were better than this. They almost beat the American team, and he's right. Cuba was better at Pan Am's. But Canada is also much better today than they were about 3 weeks ago.
As a coach, how do you account for that? What's the difference? Is it the travel? Is it the 6 games in 8 days? I mean, what's the difference that 3 weeks can make?
First of all, Canada is extremely well coached. They have staff full-time that are with the team. They have a former Olympian on the staff as well. And their goal was always to win this tournament right here with their sports psychologists and their physiologists. They have made this the tournament at which they wanted to peak this summer. And they're peaking right now. Second of all, they've been playing home all summer. These women were training on their home country. The travel has been limited. It does help mentally, physically. We talked about Puerto Rico, Sepulveda saying, I haven't been home in 2.5 months. It is hard on the bodies.
Plouffe with the pretty jumper gives Canada a 76-38 lead, and now Galindo again. Galindo with 12. Plouffe from the baseline. That was Catherine Plouffe. Galindo had her shot blocked. She'll go to the free throw line. I think they're going to get Tamara Tatum on the foul. Now here comes Michelle Plouffe in for Kim Gaucher.
Galindo drawing the foul, and she's a linear team in scoring. Not a player that has really stepped up for Cuba so much this tournament, but definitely she's having her best game right now, averaging usually 6 points per game. She now has 8.
Galindo misses both free throws. To shoot for Canada. Tatum on the drive. Canada continuing the hot shooting. 53% from the floor. Cuba at 26. Lois for 3. Catherine the rebound and the putback.
This brings Canada with 10 offensive rebounds in the game so far.
Another turnover by Cuba. Ahead to Tatum. Little Euro step, and the shot goes in.
Timeout, Cuba.
40-point lead for Canada. Doubled up Team Cuba, and listen to the Canadian huddle.
Eché para atrás, pasé y corté. Y la defensa, vamos a defender aquí en Mary Francis, de mi equipo porque aquí no están matando. En esta área aquí, a pedir la ayuda, están tirando de 3 puntos. ¿Ok? Vamos a ver.
3:29 to play. Canada with a 42-point lead, 82-40. They've outscored Cuba again this quarter, 19-10. And the home fans are loving it. We found our farthest viewer.
Christy from Australia said, well, I am watching from Australia. I remember watching the 2000 Olympics, and this is a completely different Canadian team, 2 worlds apart from the team I've watched here in Sydney 2000. She's right, 16 or 15 years later, new crops of players, younger, more athletic.
Bluth, 3 to shoot, and fouled. Galindo whistled for the foul. That's her 4th. So it looks like Canada will play the winner of our next contest, Brazil and Argentina. And Cuba will play the one that loses that game for 3rd place. The 5th place game will take place Saturday at 1:15, and another steal by Canada. Michelle Bluth has it roll out. That's going to be Venezuela against Puerto Rico. Semifinals will take place Saturday at 3:30 and 6. At 3:30, Canada will play the loser of this next game, Brazil and Argentina. And then at 6, the winner of the Brazil-Argentina game will play Cuba. And out of all the teams we've seen this tournament, I don't know that anybody is going to be able to touch Canada. But Chunwa hits the free throw. She's got 5. Make it 6. Oddly enough, for as dominating as this performance is, it's likely going to be the lowest scoring of the tournament for Canada so far.
In the 80s. Hey, Coach Zabala, he was telling me before we realized what we all realized, which is Canada is so much better 3 weeks later from Pan Am. That's exactly what he told me. He said, Chantal, what happened to Canada? I said, I don't know. He says, it's a different team than Pan Am. I said, no, they're all the same players, and we laughed.
Well, maybe they've been eating their Wheaties the last 3 weeks, or what do you guys eat here in Canada? Weetabix?
Well, how about Cheerios?
Cheerios, okay. I think Canada will break 90. And they could do it on this possession after that steal. Aim with the easy lay-in. Oh, she blows the bunny, though. Okendo, step-in jumper. Yeah, Canada scoring 94, 93, 111. And whatever this turns out to be, it's going to be at least 90.
We're starting to get a lot of tweets from around the world. People congratulating Canada, excited about the game. Talking about Canada started about 5 years ago, maybe even a little bit more, 6, 7, implementing something called the Princeton offense, which you would know very well as an American. But the Princeton offense that Canada started with has evolved into a Canadian style of play. Same basis, but different.
A lot of motion in that offense. Shot clock at 6. One last bucket for Canada. Why not? Achunwa gets Canada to 92. 10 seconds left, and listen to the crowd.
The 4th standing ovation for Canada in their 4 games. Certainly the most deserved as they clinch first place in their group. Undefeated.
Canada with the 92-43 win, convincing over Cuba. So Canada advances to the semifinal round, where they will play the loser of this next game between Argentina and Brazil. That game will take place Saturday at 3:30. In 4 games, Canada has averaged 97.5 points in this tournament. That is mighty impressive. In this game, Cuba shooting 26% from the field, 17 of 66, 2 of 11 from three-point range, 7 of 14 from the line. Canada, meanwhile, a ridiculous 55% from the floor, 36 of 66. 3 of 11 from three-point range for 27%, 17 of 20 from the free throw line for 85%. Canada out rebounding Cuba 45 to 28. As we look at some of the individual numbers for Canada, 5 players in double figures, led by Kia Nurse, 14 points. Miranda Aim and Natalie Achunwa each with 12. Tamara Tatum and Kim Gaucher each with 11. The leading rebounder, Miranda Aim with 7. Naira Fields led the way with 4 assists. For Cuba, Anislady Galindo with 12 points. Oyanesi Jalise with 11. Their leading rebounder was Galindo with 6. So Canada will go into the off day